Hello, good afternoon class. Today I'll be teaching you the process of how wooden bats are made. It's something amazing and something you wouldn't really want to, something people wouldn't really want to know because when people have actually watched the baseball game, they've actually seen how wooden bats are, searched up anything of how wooden bats are made, which is the funny thing because no one really does. So today I'm going to teach you something interesting and I'm going to show you the process of 3 steps of how easily it is to make a wooden bat. It all started in the 1860s with a man named John A., his nickname Bud. So he was working one day late night with his father, and he ended up leaving work early to go see a midnight game of baseball. And he saw like how people didn't really have baseball bats. They would swing like mop sticks and etc. They would find anything to swing with, anything that was long and girthy to swing in. So he gave him the idea of a light bulb that he wanted to try the process of making a wooden bat. So they started to grow and expand as the wood bats have. And at first they were kind of sturdy, they would break easily with 1 swing or 2 swings if you hit it in the wrong spot. But as the decades kept on going by, you could see that wooden bats would grow and the company and the economy would grow in wooden bats, and everyone was buying them and selling them, buying them and shipping them out. So something cool to really look into. So the three steps of making a wood bat is simple. The first thing is you need to look for the right piece of wood. The right piece of wood is always there. You need to find the density of the wood, make sure it's nice, sturdy. The length of the wood, make sure it's good, not heavy enough, not light enough. Make sure there's no cracks in the wood because that could really damage the bat and make it harder for it to break in the process. So once you've seen what type of wood you like, you need to make sure you also get the good brand. You have ash, maple, you have birch, brick. So it's tons of variations you could look through. And after that, once you find the right model, they end up going through a cutting process to cut down all the pieces of wood, all the rest of the non-usable wood. So they cut down through everything and make sure that everything's good and taken off. And they make sure that it's perfectly placed in the length and the width. Once they do that, they make sure they sand it down and make sure it's good enough to be used and it's smooth enough so you won't have enough bumps or anything, so when the game use it won't be feeling kind of funky. So the second process of the making a wood bat is the cutting. So the way, not the cutting, I'm sorry about that. The second way of the process is that they cut down on the things, so they make sure they cut down everything, they cut down the edges, they cut down everything to make sure that it's perfect and placed. So they make sure and they sand it as well. And lastly is when they cut the edges, they make sure that they get the right model length and they sand the rest of it and make sure it's perfectly placed and perfectly made, so they can add the finishing touches of the model's name, the brand name, and make sure they add the colors well. So it can vary from colors honestly, and you can see how different colors, like I have a black one right here and this light brown one. So it's something cool you look into and how they make it and how they put the different colors in it. So it's really pretty and I like it a lot, It's not something really you don't look into every day. It's something different that you see on a daily basis. So it's something cool. In conclusion, it's not always how the company makes them, it's how the people feel them. So it's always good that the owner of a bat actually goes to the company and sees how they are made, and they make sure they pick the right one out, because if not, they're going to end up sending it back, and it's not something good that the company would like. So a lot of bats are being shipped out as we speak right now, honestly, and they're made on a daily basis because a lot of people use them, especially professional baseball players. So it's something really interesting to look into, and it's something nice that I love as well as a baseball player, because I always get a lot of new bats shipped in as well. So I'm always getting a new bat every year and making sure I like it as well. So something really cool, and you probably think you would have never looked into this as well. So it's something you learned as well, how easy it is and simple, and just watching it in the process as well. My PowerPoint is going to be so fun and entertaining how you're going to look into it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I thank you for watching the video, and thank you.